got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today, it ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
Okay, Coach, it is most likely the final go-around here in this building, but the NFL playoffs have come to sold-out Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Under 10, 10.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's King. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Allen, the intended receiver.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Breida. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll drop the throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And they work this out past the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check back, check back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Complete to Hilton. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Miami.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, here's Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had to.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drops. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds. Taylor hit. He lost the football. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Taylor to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Breida, he'll try the right side. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 45.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second and 9, Taylor, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Taylor. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Steps away to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Kareem Hunt there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphin first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check safety, check safety.
They run again with Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Chargers take over.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Taylor. He may oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They run with Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll run on first down. Howard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders' kick is good, and that now makes this a 15-7 game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That throw into the arms of Allen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Check down to Breida. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a give to Breda. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowland.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get